What's up, guys? Welcome back to RPEG Electronics. I know it's been a while since my last two Time Crisis pedal restoration videos, but it's finally done. It has taken a while for my guy Jarek to get these powder coated. We had to order some colors for clients and everything like that. Plus, you know, he really just does cars normally, so this is a special favor to me. But they are here. They're beautiful. All right. My favorite is, of course, always the gloss white. When I say powder coating, I mean that you have this beautiful, shiny, permanent finish. This is not paint. This is a spray-on powder that gets baked on into the metal. So this doesn't scratch, it doesn't stain, it doesn't peel. That's very important. That it doesn't peel. All right. You could probably chip at it if you really wanted that to go at it with a blade or something like that. But you know, this is very resistant finish. All right. And I replaced all the screws since last time because if you remember, those screws were dead. So these are all brand new M3 screws, okay? Everything is perfectly done. He straightened, welded everything for me. And we have just one single cable, USB into the PC. And I added the LED Underglow to really get the special effect. The Underglow can be done in any color, but I felt it was most appropriate to do matching colors to the pedals. You could do opposite, like you could do blue underneath red, or I can even make each segment, like there's 3 segments of LEDs here, okay? And it can all be a different color. So you can have like, you know, red, white, and blue. You can do like a rainbow effect if you want. They are running 5-volt COB LED strips, so chip onboard LED strips. It did take me a while to solder all of the little connectors together just to make it perfect, and it's spliced into the encoder inside. It is 4-way LEDs, actually, not 3. I'm sorry, 4-way LEDs. Okay, everything's been powder coated. Even the protection, the spring plates been powder coated. New screws on everything. Okay, everything's is shiny. These LEDs run straight off the USB. It's only one cable, so you know there's really no extra batteries or anything like that. They're beautiful, and they have such a beam on them because there's 320 LEDs per meter on these, so they're super close together, so you don't see that dot effect. All right, you get like almost a pure beam. I am on a reflective marble table, so you might see a little bit, but they are so close together. The blue one came out super nice. We did like a midnight blue. Okay, it's hard to show this on camera where it might look almost black, but it is a midnight blue. Okay, I wanted to do like a original brighter shiny blue, but this color came out nicer. And then the red, it's almost like a fire truck, fire engine red, a touch darker than that. So it's almost like the original pedals, but a little bit more. I how to put it, like manly colors, like more modern, more rugged, less like a toy. Okay, and then on the plates, okay. Originally, I was going to have them polished, but actually Jarek, who is an expert on these kind of metal things because he does motorcycles and cars and, you know, things I don't drive, he told me that if we powder coat them in Porsche silver, it will actually prevent rusting. Because if you polish it and we don't have any form of rust protection, eventually it will start oxidizing again, and it could turn dark if the metal hasn't been fully protected or lubricated or anything. And we're not going to lubricate this because this is a foot pedal, obviously. So he did the powder coat for me. They came out really nice. All right, a nice like aluminum or steel Porsche color. That's what he called it. All right, so that means these will never rust again. These are coated the same way as the back panel. They're very glossy, very smooth, and matte. Okay, the back is actually the back is a gloss finish, and then the metal plate is now a matte finish. So it matches the original aesthetic of the Time Crisis game, of the Time Crisis pedal. These are all made with Time Crisis 3 pedals, and the main difference is from Time Crisis 1, 2, 3 zone, they were all using microswitches. And then once we hit Time Crisis 4, even though they look the same, they still have the decal and everything, right? But Time Crisis 4 turned into an optical switch. It had a 5-volt, it was like a sensor where if you put if you press the pedal, a bar goes in the sensor, breaks the connection, and that's what tells it to send the signal. But because these are originally optical switches, micro switches, which I have right here, okay, these are the original micro switches that came out of them. I was originally gonna reuse these, but actually it turns out that they are a little too sensitive, and maybe because of cleaning and whatever, when you tapped it, it would send the button like 6 times instead of once. So maybe because these have been, you know, very old and whatever, they're too light. Okay, so I was like, you know what? One, I didn't like how light the click was. This was so barely audible, if you can hear that. Okay, they all still work. This one was, I think these are all made in Japan. This is, well, maybe not this one. These are Omron. These are definitely made in Japan. Omron. Yep. So this click was a little better, but I was like, you know what? Screw it. Let's put in all new hardware. All right. I got some new microswitches with heavy clicks. A much more satisfying clicky feel. This is what I actually use in my Gunfire Rs now for the new microswitch triggers, if you want that arcade feel. All right. So now let's show you how they work. They all send the L key. Okay, there's a keyboard encoder inside. They send the L key. You can send any key you want, but all of my games on all of my RAD drive, my RPEG light gun drive, everything that I use for myself, and I help my clients set up, you know, is using the L key to reload as well as the right click. So I'll show you what I mean. So here is my last Gunfire R. We have no stock basically. Okay, this one is awesome because it has a D-pad in the back. See, I can navigate with this. All right, so, and I can also control the volume with this. I just enabled hotkeys on my build. So I'm gonna go to arcade, and I can press this button here to select. Light guns, time crisis, play. All right, I set up my Gunfire R here. This is probably the smallest screen I ever played light gun games on. Oops, shit. All right. Okay. I mean, I doubt you can see it from here. I'm gonna try to zoom in just a little. All right, I'm gonna add coins directly from here. Okay, shoot the center. You can probably see my crosshair slightly. All right, so here's how I mapped all my emulators. Okay, pressing my right click button will obviously be pedal and let me shoot my enemies. Pressing any pedal, regardless of red, white, or blue, does the same thing. So I'm gonna press the red one now. Okay, and then the blue one, because they're all mapped to the same key, they're not using gamepad controls, they're using keyboard controllers. That's considered D input, and that's considered universal. All right, so if you're using, you know, any of the emulators that I map, like PlayStation or PS3 or whatever, I usually add scripts in order to make L the same as the reload button, and that's how it works. That's it. Okay, and then I can actually exit directly from the gun too, which is really cool. See, just adding some keyboard automations in Big Box. You should always use Launch Box, and that's it. That is the 3 Time Crisis pedals that are available. These are for sale. I had 6. 3 of them already sold. Thank you to my clients who bought them. Thank you to Retro Lizard who bought the special chameleon colored one, which was a shift from like purple to green. And then the bottom, I did a green glow for him because that's his logo color. One of my other clients, he bought a red and blue pedal set. So just, you know, matching his Iron Man versus Captain America themed arcade. So these are the 3 that's left. I don't know if I'll ever get any more original ones in. I did get a third-party pedal in from my supplier in China. Okay, these are made in Japan, by the way. These are all Namco originals. You can't even buy these anymore. They came from an arcade. That's it. You can rob an arcade for one if you have enough, you know, wire clippers and they're scared of you. But if you want to get one, like a third-party one, it will be significantly cheaper. These are very, very expensive. Don't get me wrong. All right. Inflation and everything all accounted for, these are still considered pretty expensive because the amount of work that went into them, to put it simply, if you know what powder coating costs, these cost well over like about 80 bucks each to do. Just the powder coat and the cleaning and the sandblasting, it was a lot of work, okay? But third-party pedals I can get in, but the quality is not the same. It's not even close. This is a real 1/8 inch thick piece of steel. The third-party pedal, it's just a thin piece of like 1/32 or 1/16 thin aluminum sheeting. it still works. Don't get me wrong. I added LEDs and everything to a third-party pedal, and it still looks nice, and it still clicks, of course. It's not complicated, but the size and everything and the feel, this is easily, I think this is almost 10 pounds of a pedal. So, and I also added a rubberized feet on the bottom because the originals didn't have that. They were bolted into place to the arcade, but obviously for home usage, we're not gonna bolt anything into place. So here with these rubberized feet, they are not moving anywhere, okay? These are very, very strong, okay? Actually, my table is moving more than my pedal is because my table has not been rubberized down. Okay, that's about it. I wanted to show this to you guys. If anyone is interested in these, please shoot me a message. My number is in the description below. These will not be listed on my website because I only have 3. There's really not much point to create a whole listing about this. Well, actually, I might make a listing for this. But if you want it fast, just shoot me a message. All right, I'll tell you the price because I don't want to scare anybody on YouTube. And yeah, these are collectibles pretty much at this point. And they will be shipped to you free as long as you're in the United States. All right, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll have more new stuff coming up for you. Gunfire R is still out of stock because we are out of the camera component. I am pretty much doing upgrades for all my existing customers if they want to do like rumble upgrades, recoil upgrades, or anything like of that sort. And then people who have like AE light guns, if they weren't happy with it, because honestly there was a lot of issues, yeah, I can reuse that gun and make it into a Gunfire R for you. All right, you'll be paying for service and everything. Trust me, inflation is real. It's very, very real. But hey, if you like it, supply and demand. That's how the market works. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this video. All right, bye-bye.